Well, good morning, Tom. It's the 17th of January. It's a very wet and windy Monday morning here in East Yorkshire, and I've been having another rummage round the old scrapbooks and found a delightful little article that I'd like to send you about another real character. I suppose we're all acquainted with the Star Wars films. Excuse me. But I'm centering on an actor called Kenneth George Baker. Now, Kenny Baker, he operated the little robot for the Star Wars films, R2-D2. And he was only 3 feet 8 inches tall, was Kenny. I'm just going to read you a little transcript of his life and career before I show you a couple of nice photographs or pictures from this newspaper article. And Kenny was he was born on the 24th of August 1934. And he became an actor, a musician and a comedian. His acting career was quite prolific, really, because he starred in films such as The Elephant Man, Circus of Horrors, Time Bandits and Flash Gordon, Amadeus and many, many more. He started off his career with a theatrical troupe of dwarfs and midgets, and then he later joined a circus, and then he formed a very successful comedy act which he called the Minitones, with entertainer Jack Purvis, and they played in all the nightclubs. He was eventually selected by George Lucas to operate the robot R2-D2 in the Star Wars films, and he appeared in 6 of the episodic theatrical Star Wars films. His career spanned from 1960 to 2015, and Kenny sadly died on the 13th of August 2016, aged 81. But he had a love of motor cars, and especially Rolls Royce and Mercedes. So I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of him with his Rolls Royce Corniche. Well, here we are, Tom. This is the little bit of newspaper coverage for Kenny. Now Kenny needs a ladder to get into his car boot. So here he is with his Rolls Royce Corniche and his little ladder so he can reach into his car boot. And they're a big boot on a Rolls Royce. I dare say he could practically walk about inside there. But he literally walked into this showroom and spotted the car, and just jumped in and said, "Yeah, I'll take this," and the rest is history. They extended the driving pedals for him and gave him a smaller steering wheel, and he was highly delighted. His other car, as I say, was a Mercedes. I don't have a picture of that actually, but his Rolls Royce was his pride and joy, and I do believe at his funeral he went in a Rolls Royce to his own funeral. But as you can see from the right up, the top right, he pranged it up. A bee flew in through the open window, and as Kenny frantically tried to shoo it away, he ploughed into a Ford Sierra. Oh dear, oh dear. And that landed him with a £14,000 repair bill. I think the car was 19 years old when he bought it. But there we are. What a lovely little story from a great little big man who had a wonderful career and had a love of his cars.